Welcome, seekers, to Moon Magic. Before I open up this conversation, I want to welcome you into this divine space. And I want you to take a moment to feel your way into this temple of energy. This special space of grace, of peace, of surrender, of absolute trust in yourself, in your inner being, in source, in connection, in your inherent value. There is no questioning of this. There is no argument about these things when we step into this temple. This is a temple of the ultimate truth, and we need to be in this headspace before we can talk about a full moon that is absolutely a gateway that asks us to step fully forward. No looking back. No waffling. We're talking about a full moon on December 22nd at 0 degrees of Cancer, the home sign of the moon. Mother Moon will be going home. And she will be ushering in Capricorn season, the end of a solar cycle, the end of a year of integration, deep learning, compasses that came in all sorts of forms and shapes, lessons, turbulence, joy, expansion. This was a huge year. Angels met us in so many different guises as other souls showing us the way forward, as situations reminding us to take a step back and care for ourselves. This has been a year of deep remembrance of our souls and why it matters that we show up to ourselves so that we can therefore show up to the collective. And yes, that has meant that the last 3 months, I don't know if you noticed or not, things got cleaned up. Things that were no longer serving left. Jobs, homes, relationships were swept away, cleared and open for us. And for some of you, doors started presenting themselves here, there, everywhere. Both, most likely. Both happened. We are just recovering from the Venus retrograde and the Mercury retrograde, which did a lot of that house cleaning for us. It came right in and it scrubbed it up. Very efficient house cleaning service that is provided to us every once in a while, and there it was. When this full moon happens on December 22nd, we will have just closed out the post-shadow phase of Venus retrograde. We will pretty much be closed out of the Mercury post-shadow phase of the Mercury retrograde. And we will be in the first degree of Capricorn season. And this moon sits at the gateway to what is to come. The north node of the moon is in Cancer. And the north node of the moon is leading us toward our next destiny. This moon is doing this beautiful gentle sextile with Uranus, the big game changer who dipped back into Aries for a little reminder check-in and will be in Aries at this point. However, it's in 28 degrees of Aries. So I'm losing my words as I'm trying to say this. So as we are in this full moon placement, we have a sextile between the watery moon and the power of Uranus. These elements, these power players, the sun, the moon, and Uranus, are coming together. And to be very clear, to be very forthright about what is next. There is such crisp clarity to this. This is a solstice full moon in many ways. You know, we will have just passed that solstice point and this moon comes in. You know, Sagittarius season is beautiful. We play around with ideas. We get dreamy. We zoom out and we look at it all and we take it all in. There's that buoyancy. There's that beauty. Everybody knows how I feel about Sagittarian energy. But I tell you what, there is such an amazing beauty to Capricorn energy. It is the next part of the phase. And it is a part of the phase that can seem demanding at times because it says, okay, you've dreamed, you've thought up all this stuff you say you want to do, you say you want to experience, you say you want to experience love that's really connected and really shows up and really sees you. You say you want to build that business. You say you want to experience embracing your life and how it unfolds. You say you want to feel connected to God. Act like it. Act like it. Show up fully. You know, Capricorn is associated with goats, like mountain goats, who show up. They climb. And we're not talking about action that is based on strife and pushing against the odds and just making it hard on yourself. Busy work. We're not talking about that. Capricorn energy, when it is funneled through us, when we are engaged with it in that empowered soul inner being way, is about showing all the way up to challenges, to things that are a little bit scary, to the things that you've asked for, that you said you wanted. This is that moment where you actually have to show up to it. Cardinal energy is not about being wishy-washy, right? It's about starting, putting your foot on the path, and just, it's non-negotiable. You're going to show up for this. Cancer is the mother energy. And this is why I said we need to be in the temple of the sacred. We need to be in touch with this because this is one of the most important divine feminine energies that we have. The moon is at home here. The north node is at home here. We have a collusion going on with these energies that are saying, not only do we need to show up into Capricorn season with intent, with actions, with the bravery to show up for our next iteration, we also need to show up to our temple and worship in the inner sanctum. And there is no waffling here. There is no such thing as selling yourself short again on those old patterns, those old relationships, those old ways of seeing your worth, your value. No. This is a 0 degree full moon, my people. Well, Gemini full moon was all about closing out, was all about saying, hey, what's that mythology about? This full moon is saying there is only forward. There is only this nurturing choice to choose a life, to choose thoughts that honor you as a soul and honor what you can give and serve to this world. No shortcuts, no half measures, and no debasing thought patterns toward yourself or anyone else. This is very real. This is very raw. The note that came as I was sitting here was this: change is the holiest of experiences. It is one of the most divine things we can experience. It is the motion of God, of Source, of universe working with and through us to make manifest new creations, new experiences, new ways of understanding. We must embrace that holiness in change. This is a time to put down your weapons, your mental weapons, when it comes to how you think about the last 6 months, how you think about what has left your life, how you think about what has changed in your existence. This is a time to put those weapons down and show up at this table of holy exchange, holy connection, and holy trust. To trust the changes that are coming to you. To surrender to the mystery. I'm going to start shuffling. The aspects are really simple here. There aren't a lot of tight aspects when it comes to this moon, other than the fact that the moon and the sun are oppositional and Uranus is there. Trining the sun, sextiling the moon. Even though it's in Aries, it's so close to the end of Aries, it's making that beautiful aspect. And you know, it means another cardinal sign is in the mix. 3 cardinal signs. There's only forward. What came out? 6 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Yeah. There is only forward. This is an illusion. 9 of Swords is an illusion. It is the illusion of our separateness from our holiness. It is an illusion of our separateness from our worth. This is an illusion. This is the path. There is only new beginnings ahead, my people, my friends. Anything that was swept away needed to go. It wasn't right for you. You weren't ready for it. It wasn't ready for you. It wasn't going to serve you. It was going to pull you into some strange side channel. And even as I'm talking here, my fire has gotten really low and hushed. I think the embers are getting really hot in there. The oxygen is probably not super high right now. We're getting down into those embers. We are focusing on the kernel of the fire. You know, this is not a fiery moon. We do not have fire working with us very much here at this point. 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. We are not in fire state, but fire is a spiritual element, and we are creators. We take from source and we create. We filter through source and we create. What do you want to leave behind on the front side of this moon? And once you step through this portal, what do you really want to till? The 7 of Pentacles is asking you that question. What do you really want to take with you in this next energetic cycle? What do you really want to take with you for the next 7 to 8 years? Be very conscious that whatever you pick up and take with you through this moon will ride with you. But why if it's not serving you? You're being asked to look much bigger than what's just immediately around you. You're being asked to release some of this so that you can see that Two of Wands energy, so that you can remember the expansiveness of what's around you, the things that you have not seen yet, the elements that you have not seen yet, the number of things that are meant for you that you don't even know exist is so infinite and mind-boggling. There's no point trying to grasp it. But yet we spend so much time sitting here thinking this is all we're ever going to till. This is all we're ever going to harvest. We might as well lament it. Leave behind whatever is no longer serving you. Leave behind what feels scary. Leave it behind. It was meant to go. The only way you can be in these manifestational energies of triumph and expansion is if you're not carrying the weight of the world with you. You can't carry it with you if you want to go on this journey. So that's why it's a moon that says it's up to you how far you want to travel. It's up to you how much you want to go into the next phase of your life. It's up to you. It's up to you. You can hold on. You can say, no, that person was really meant for me. No, that experience was really meant for me. No, I'm just not ready to show up and be that leader, be that healer, be that actor, be that creator. I'm not ready to do it. I'm going to stay over here. You can choose that. This moon is just like, hey, but I have these things prepared for you. So I would recommend maybe relaxing, maybe releasing and moving forward. Maybe accept this open door. Make peace with what you have lost this moon. Make peace with it. Trust utterly in its loss. Trust utterly in its release from you. Trust utterly in what is next. This is a practice. This is a lifetime practice. This is not something that will happen overnight. However, there are sacred moments when we can really engage with this energy and choose to initiate a life that is bright and vibrant and mothering and nurturing and action-based in authenticity and excitement and challenge in that exciting way where you're digging into something that really asks you to be something bigger and bolder and better than you've been ever before. And yeah, it's scary because you won't know how to do it all right away. And you won't know how to embrace it all right away. And you won't know all the next things because they're new, because you're stepping into a new role. And that's where the learning is. That's where the fun is. That's where the experimentation is. It isn't in what you've done 100 times that's now no longer serving you and repetitive and boring, empty. It is in the learning. It is in the newness. My people, it is time we use that faith to make waves in this world of beauty and abundance and giving and service and excitement. It is time that we remember how to love ourselves and each other in ways that are profound and awesome. It is time that when we see somebody struggling, that we offer our support. It is time that when we go to bed at night, we don't say evil things to ourselves. It is time for us to allow ourselves to be fully seen and loved by those that really want to be in our corner. And it is time for us to all step up and be agents of love and giving and connection. It is that time. And the only way we are going to do that work as a collective, as individuals in our lives and what we want to create, and on the whole mass scale, is if we leave behind what is no longer serving us. I'm so jazzed. I'm so excited. And I want us all to be here in this temple together, in this sacredness together. And remember, we aren't alone in our growth. We're not alone in our experiences. We're not alone in how we're learning to be kinder to ourselves and how we're learning to accept greater love and how we're learning to give greater love. We are all here together. So let's come into this temple. Let's come into this sense of faith together and create a new world. That is what this full moon is all about. It's something much bigger than just each of us as isolated little islands, uncertain of what our path is. This is so much more about cohesion and beautiful surprise and beautiful renewal and beautiful opening up. And it will be a moon of beautiful surprise. Uranus is there saying, hey, let's shake it up. Let's make this happen. So don't be surprised if beautiful doors open, beautiful conversations open, beautiful connections come through, and you can actually see them. You can actually engage with them. You can actually like click them together. All that fogginess that came up over the last few months is going to dissipate with this moon, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I'm going to close it out there. I'm just jazzed. I could go on and on. It's really simple, you guys. It's just a really simple moon. It's a really heartfelt moon. This is a moon for all of us to step up into beauty, into love. And we just have to show up at that table with a light load on our backs. Just what is warm and beautiful. I love you guys so much. I will leave my email and my website below, as well as you can follow me at the SARAHTAROT on Instagram. I would love to see you over there. I'm still booking sessions. It's just into March and April right now. I may be adding a few more sessions over the winter/summer, depending on where you are in the world, the next few months. So keep an eye out. I may be adding those. I'd love to work with you. The work that I do with you all is more meaningful than I can tell you. It has changed me and made me grow as a soul on so many levels. I can't offer enough gratitude to all of you out there for coming on this journey. I can't wait to share 2019 with you. All the goodies are going to be in the description box. I am here with you on this ride. It's only going to get bigger, bolder, and brighter, and more intense and rich. We are about to head into something really beautiful, and I hope you'll stick around to be with me on this journey. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video. Help me keep growing this revolution of sacred love. I love you guys so much.